Hello and welcome back to our YouTube channel. We are as always your hosts Arne and Carlos.
And today we continue with the sock tutorial that we did last week, where we showed you how you did the pattern for the eye of partridge heel, the reinforced heel. Today we are going to connect that heel with the rest of the sock. So the name of this week's tutorial is how to knit a sock with a heel flap. Now before we start the tutorial, I just wanted to mention that if you turn on your notifications, you will never miss an episode that we post. We regularly post on Sundays, but sometimes we post on other days too. So by having the notifications button on, you'll never miss anything. So go and click on that one for us, please.
And this is what we're making today. It's the Regia Perfect with our design, and this is the heel flap.
The heel flap, yes.
So this is the pattern we worked on in the other video where we talked about reinforced heel.
Yes.
So this is how it looks when it's finished. And this sock is our size, so we work with 16 stitches on each needle.
So 64 altogether for a man's size European 42.
So on this one now, when you see we finished the flap with the eye of partridge pattern, and we work on half of the numbers, so this should be 32 stitches for the heel. The length of the heel flap for our size is 5 centimeters, but you can do anything. Depends on the foot you work on. So now I'm going to turn the heel, and then you work on half of the numbers of stitches plus 1, and then you knit 2 together and you knit 1. So you slip the first one, and then I knit 15, which is half of the number.
Yeah, so 15 plus the one you slip is 16,
so
yes.
3, 8. 14, 15, 16, that should be half the number, 3, 6, 16. So that's the middle of the heel. Now you knit 1 over the center, 2 together, and 1, and you turn. So now you're going to do the same. You knit 1 over the center, so you have 3, 16.
I think there may
16.
I think there may be a moose in the garden because Freya is going crazy again.
Oh,
do you see it?
Never know.
Do you see the moose?
See. No.
Where's the moose, Freya?
Where's the moose?
Where's the moose?
So now I need.
Go get it. Go get it. Just kidding.
Stop it! I tried to explain. So you slip 1. You purl back. So you slip to the center, and this is where a lot of people need stitch markers, but you can also remember or
try to remember.
You knit 1 over the center, then you purl 2 together, and 1 over, and you turn again. So now it starts to get more easy because now you have these holes.
Or spaces.
Spaces.
Anyway. Yes.
So what you're doing now is you just continue knitting back and forth, and you knit the stitch before the hole and after the hole together, and 1 and turn. So
maybe you can demonstrate that for a few lines
slip,
or rows.
You knit, 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 and knit, and then you have the opening. So you knit the one before and the one after the hole together, and 1. Then you turn again. And we have a motorcycle passing by. You purl back. Now you purl to the stitch before the hole. So there you see it, that's the opening. So purl the one before and after together, and 1. So now I'm working back again, slip and knit to the stitch before the hole. There's the hole, so one more, the one before and after together, and one, and turn. So, and then you continue doing this until you knitted all the stitches
Together, yes.
on the needles. And you also see now I also put the heel flap on one needle. Instead of having 5
Yeah.
needles, I knit with 4.
Yeah, that makes
and
sense.
Purl 2 together, and 1. So remember, just knit and purl back and forth, and when you come to that hole, you knit the 2 together,
yes.
and or purl the 2 together, the stitch before and the stitch after the hole, and then you have 1 extra knit or purl before you turn.
Yeah. Don't worry about it though. We're going to be telling you about it in a written pattern that you can access on our website at arnecarlos.anna. So you will have it there so that you can see exactly how it's done.
Now you can tell people about the yarn.
Oh yeah.
Because
You need to knit a little bit.
I need to knit a little bit, and I think you got it now.
Yeah. So we're doing the socks with the Perfect. We have talked about this yarn before. It's something that we designed for Regia. And remember that you need to pull from inside of the ball. Always pull from the inside. And when you do a Perfect sock, you can only do it from the top down. Now I know people actually do it from the bottom up or the toe up, but they kind of make up their own techniques, which I really don't interfere with because they probably know their size. They know more or less where to start on the foot to get it done. So it is doable, but then you can't follow the Perfect instructions. With the Perfect instructions, you pull from the center of the yarn and you always knit from the top down. And if you want to knit 2 at a time, you have to do them 2 at a time, top down, and you have to wind the yarn and make 2 balls, which is quite a lot of hassle if you ask me.
And
But a lot of people do it.
Wind
so.
it up in the right direction.
Yeah,
If not, you
exactly.
have a problem. But
So yeah, and remember you cut the yellow thread, always cut the yellow thread, and then you can use that for other fun projects. We've been talking about it for a long time, and one day we'll show you the project that we are doing with a yellow yarn. We just have to figure out what that project is because we haven't started it yet.
And we also have to knit a lot of socks to get a lot of yellow.
That's true, yeah. So maybe it's better to go buy yellow yarn. Yeah, and then we've done these colors. We did the first Regia Perfect collection was launched in 2016. So at the time of filming this episode, we are in 2019. And we've just followed up with a second series of 6 colors available. You've got these nice reds, this nice gray, the blue with the pink. There's plenty to choose from for any taste. You know, if you like pink, there's pink socks. If you like red, there's red socks. We've got blue socks, gray socks, all sorts of different Regia socks.
I think we covered almost every need.
And also I can explain while you're knitting, because you still need to knit a little bit. I can tell people that when we do the Regia, a lot of people call it the Arne Carlos yarn, but it's not our yarn at all. We just freelance for Regia. We do the designs for them, but it is a Regia product. They sell it, they distribute it, they do all the marketing, and we are only in there as the designers. We design the yarn, but it's not our yarn. It's Regia Perfect by Arne Carlos in this sense, because it's designed by us.
We haven't been in the factory. We don't know.
Yeah, we've never been to the Regia factory. We should go though.
We should go. We can make a film.
Yeah, I'm sure it would be fun. Would you like to see that if we are allowed? Maybe we can go and see how they make Regia. That could be a cool film to do. We have to go to somewhere in Europe, I guess. An undisclosed location, probably it's top secret location. And then we'd see how the engineers make the yarn, because they have to print the colors. They're not dyed randomly, it's a printed yarn. And they have to know exactly where to print on the yarn so that the effect comes when you knit. So it's a high-tech really high technology.
And also remember, if you want to have the ARNE CARLOS Regia yarn, look for the label, the ARNE CARLOS label, and the picture and everything in Regia, because there are yarn now that looks very similar
to ours,
but they don't have the same yellow. So it's easy to, if you don't look at the label, you think you're making socks with our ARNE CARLOS yarn.
But you're not. You're making copies.
So we've seen pictures on Instagram with socks, and at first sight we thought it was ours.
And actually people think they're ours
and
as well.
And it says this is the ARNE CARLOS Regias, but it's not. Sometimes it's not because...
Yeah. But anyway, we keep saying our yarn, and then I said it's not our yarn. So anyway, the yarns, what we mean is the yarns designed by us, obviously. They're Regia yarns, but the Regia and ARNE CARLOS yarns usually have a photo of us on them, and our signature is also on the banner or the wrap. So that way you should be able to find the real stuff. So
now I'm finished with the turning of the socks. So on this side I ended up with knit one, and now on the last one I end up with purl one after the two together. So this
now the heel is finally turned.
How you make that triangle, and don't have to do the reinforced pattern on this part.
But you could
just on this one. You could, but it could be a little bit confusing. Maybe.
Yeah,
but
and then if you look at this one, I think we'll put this one...
We don't do it.
We'll put this one by the camera so you can see. It works very well. You've got the square flap, and then you've got that part, which is what we've just, or what ARNE has just done.
And now it's time to pick up stitches. And this is when you can make this into the most difficult sock in the world, or you can do like we do, and then it's still
the easiest sock in the world.
Because now you have to put this back on 4 needles, and you pick up stitches from the side. And now you see you have these stitches, which is easy to pick up from, because like we said in the other video where we showed you this pattern, that we didn't block these stitches on the side.
To make them easier.
So now you can pick it up easier. So now we have to split these on 2 needles.
Okay.
So now I just knit back, and now I have how many? 3, 6,
18.
That should be 9 on each.
Yeah, probably.
I'm really bad with this. Sometimes my brain doesn't work, so first 9 on the first needle. Like that. Then I take the other needle and first knit the 9 next one. And now I will pick up stitches from the side. And in the end, you should have the same number again as when you started. So it should be 16 on each needle. But normally, like for this 5 centimeter heel flap, you will have more than 16 stitches. And I never try to pick up the same number on this side and on this side, because it's elastic and I really don't care if the number are not the same.
Oh, but you still pick up the same amount of stitches?
No, I pick up the stitches on the side.
Yeah, but how many?
Yeah, I don't know yet. Let's see how many I get.
Oh, okay.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I have 16, so I have 9 more that I need on this side. So then you have to because you pick up in just one leg. So now if you knit like this, it's not nice. So you have to twist the stitches. So you have to go in the back of the stitch and knit like this. So now you're twisting the one. You see, it's nicer if you don't twist and you do this. then it will look like that.
That's not nice.
That's not nice. So you have to twist the stitches or the leg when you knit it. So see if you think it's hard to knit it, like if it's hard sometimes, like a knit from this way, you can go this way. If you think it's easier. Because sometimes if it's tight, it can be hard to knit like this, but then you just go over like that. Just to make it more complicated. And now when you come to the end, since you have so many more stitches than you need, you could actually knit those two together.
Oh yeah, of course, obviously,
Then
because you need to end up with more or less what you started with.
Yeah. So what you do now is that you knit on the round, and on every round you decrease where the corner is. On this side, on this needle you decrease where this two meets.
Will there be any holes that you need to tighten up?
Sometimes there are holes, sometimes they're not, but I can show you how I fix it.
Yeah, I think we've done that video before, haven't we?
I think we've done.
But we can show it again,
Yeah.
obviously. It's okay
Then
to do that.
someone said they didn't understand the problem because they never had a hole.
Well, good for you. You never have a hole? Never have a hole?
I never met anyone who said that. So there are at least one person who never get a hole. I get it every now and then. Sometimes on both sides,
sometimes
and
on one
sometimes
side,
I'm lucky and I don't have it on one side, but never experienced.
Yeah. But now we can give you a little tip, a knitting hack of ours to fix the situation if you have it.
So I'm doing the second needle that was on hold, and then it's time to pick up stitches again on the other side.
And then it's going to be so exciting to see how many stitches you end up picking up. It was 16 on the other side, right?
It's very easy with this yarn because you have the color for the heel, so you know where to pick up. Because you just pick up from the heel color. You don't have to go down there.
No.
I pick up from the heel. So on this side is different because the stitches are the other opposite. Upside,
the other way, so you can
way.
just do them regularly.
So on this side I pick up the legs like this.
Yeah.
How many stitches do you think I end up with?
I don't know, maybe 22?
I don't know. But this is the part, if you really try to make the same number, then you can make it very difficult. I think I stopped there.
So how many did you get?
Let me see. Oh, I got 16.
Oh, congratulations.
Whoa.
Woohoo.
That didn't happen on this one.
No. Well,
Well, you see. So first, I have to put this back so I have a needle to work with. And then it's time to knit these, but this also needs to be twisted. So in this case, I will take it off and put it back like this. Take it off and twist it. Or you can do like this. Because you can't go straight in, then it gets really open, like this. So you have to twist it to knit before you knit it. So it doesn't matter how you twist it, as long as you twist it.
very cool.
And now I didn't knit two together, so now I will have one more on this side anyway.
But you fix that later.
I fix it later. So, and you know, on this socks, it's like the pattern is already in the yarn, so you don't have to worry about these things. Now I've done the stitches on the side, and then you knit the 9 that was on the needle before normally. So now I can go over to the other side and see if there's a hole, if I need to tighten up something. You see on this is a bit loose in the beginning, so this I have to fix. So but I won't finish the whole sock on video.
No.
Then you have to watch me forever.
Well, it's okay. It's very soothing.
You should have brought your knitting.
It's like the knitting podcasts that we do, knitting radio, but I'm here in the same room as you, watching your hands, and we're talking. Kind of the same.
Same.
But different.
Yeah. You know what I do now? I don't want to knit 2 together on this side because I already have 1 too many on that side, so I just wait until later. Let's see how this looks. Oh, this is a little bit open. So I can pull one of these just to lock it. Oh, maybe it's too early. It's a bit too early. I'll do it on the next round. But that's what we do. We just go in and we lift a leg from the back.
From the back, up on the needle, and then knit it together with another stitch. Actually, I think it's going to be better if we just do this. Point, up, 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 up. And there's a link coming up either over my head or over Arne's head. I never remember which part of the screen that link pops up. But now you can click and it will take you to the video that we did that shows you how to get rid of those holes that come sometimes when you are not, when you're not doing anything wrong and you still get a hole. Now you know how to close it, and have a look at that video.
But on this one, like now, like you have a lot of knitting to do before you finish your sock, so you can actually knit for a while and decrease for a while because you have a lot of things to work with. Now this is so loose, I lift this one up.
Yeah, and then you'd usually decrease the sock until you had the same number of stitches, or maybe decrease a little bit more if you wanted to narrow the foot down. If your foot happens to be very narrow, then you could probably just go inwards even more on the sock. So this kind of is it can be tailored to your foot if you have a narrow foot, for example. So it's a good thing.
So you see, it helped, but I still have to lift a little bit to get it more tight. So you can just tighten it up. And then you just continue knitting around like this until you have, with decreasing, until you have the same number again as you have on these 2 that was on hold.
And then the cool thing about the regia is that the heel is finished, and look, the blue for the heel.
Yeah, now it's coming.
It's pretty much what we have left. And now it will continue exactly as this sock. You will get exactly the same, what is this, a gray? Yeah, gray stripe coming. Yeah. So it's pretty cool, pretty cool.
I don't know, there's not much more to say. This is kind of the 4th, or how many socks have we made?
So we've made the easiest sock in the world, which is the afterthought heel. We've done the 2nd easiest sock in the world, which was the short row heel. Then we did the 3rd easiest sock in the world, which was a spiral sock. We're not actually calling that one the 3rd easiest sock, but it is.
It is easy.
It's an easy sock because there's no heel. And now we've done the 4th easiest sock in the world, which is the heel flap, or the not so easy sock in the world if you start complicating things when you pick up stitches.
If you think too much, it can be really hard.
Yeah, so don't think too much, just whatever. Whatever is a good thing sometimes. So just, play it by ear, and the foot will still be there, the heel will still be there, and the sock will still be there without any problems. So Arne, I think that's enough. We've written it all down, so you can go to our website at arnecarlos.com and pick it up from there. And yeah, I think that, you know, what remains to be said is that we have a family of subscribers that is growing every day, and if you're not part of that family, we would really love you to be. So we would appreciate it if you subscribe to our video. That's the first thing I want to say. Second thing I want to say is that the best way to keep in touch with us is by going to arnecarlos.com and signing up for our updates. Then you will have access to, among other things, our schedule when we tour the world, which is not available in any other way. So that's a really good thing to know. And then the third thing that I'd like to say is that if you like the episode, we'd love it if you gave us a thumbs up. If you did not like the episode, give us a thumbs down. I mean, it's good to know whether you liked it or not. And tell us, which is your favorite sock? The easiest, second easiest, the third easiest, or the fourth easiest? Have you knitted all of them? And if you have, which one do you prefer? If you haven't knit any of them, which one do you think would be the best one for you to start? We'd love to know, so put it in the comments. We'll read them, and we will do our best to reply to the comments that we get.
Yeah, and if you think it's strange that all this lifting, don't think it's strange. It's so helpful.
The lifting.
The lifting of the legs to fill.
To close the hole. Yeah, yeah.
You see, I still have to lift one more time.
Yeah, lift,
and
put on the needle, knit together.
Then it's locked.
Yeah. So anyway, we hope that we have helped you take your sock knitting to a whole new level. And if you already had your sock knitting at that level, I hope that we still inspire you with these fun videos and tutorials. And we look forward to next week when we will do a new tutorial. I don't know what it's going to be. It's going to be a surprise, so stay tuned. And we will see you again very, very soon. Thank you so much for watching. And,
Thank you.
And goodbye.
Bye. Bye.